laugh na talaga. Galing.
Right, One Piece, One Piece.
Here we go.
You just have a hard stop at 8:30, but yeah, we go.
We can do the reacts. Oh, hello. Wait,
We are on. Oops.
it's still Ahsoka, bro.
Go.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Plus Sixer HP Reviews Edition. We are running our second episode for the week, just for the very, very special occasion of reviewing the live action version of One Piece that came out on Netflix
One
very,
Piece.
very recently. One Piece. So this is a good group of people to discuss the first season of the live action version of One Piece because Arnie has never read the manga nor watched the anime, but has seen the
live
series.
action.
I am very, very much into a lot of, I'm a little bit on the I'm like chapter 700 in the manga. I've seen truncated versions of the anime. But I'm very, very into the lore, like the reviews, the theories, all those things I catch up on all the time on YouTube. Chubax, where are you on the One Piece journey?
I have finished the Wano arc.
Right, so manga or anime?
The manga.
So
Right now we're watching the anime with the kids, and they are in we are in Thriller Bark.
Trailer Park. Yeah. So the good thing about One Piece is it's by arc, but the bad part about it's like we're up to like what 30 arcs now, 40 arcs. It's a lot of arcs, but it's fun. With that, so we're gonna just discuss the first season of One Piece and how we've described it. Do we need the synopsis of this? Because the synopsis will be fairly simple. A young
No, start with
Sure.
the world first. Like I'll do it if you want.
Yeah, go please.
Yeah.
Drop
So so this world is not old, right? More it's like a combination, like a heavily modified pirate era time. Because there's also some modern stuff in it, like the shoes and fashion and stuff. But so, anyways, there's this I guess king of the pirates named Goldie Roger or Gold Roger, who was one of the most infamous ones. And on his execution, in front of I guess thousands of people, he said he found the his treasure and he hid it somewhere in the Grand Line. It's like a strip of ocean that's isolated and hard to get into and very dangerous. And he hid the treasure there. So he said he challenges everybody to go find it. So that was 20 years ago, right? 22 years
20
ago.
years ago, exactly. Yep.
And it started the Great Pirate Era because everybody wanted to be a pirate. Everybody wanted to find the One Piece. That's where the story starts. And then 20 years later, we find Luffy, uh, this young, optimistic pirate who accidentally ate a devil fruit. So in this world, there's many devil fruits, and he ate the rubber fruit that makes him stretchy. Kind of like
Gum.
Mr. Fantastic,
Gum
but
fruit.
more unique and more creative in its use than what Marvel's ever done with with Mr. Fantastic. So basically, this season is just his journey into chronicles his journey from his first day of almost sinking and dying in like how do you call it? That's not a boat. I guess that's a boat.
A raft.
A rowboat. So just like a two-man boat. And along the way, he finds interesting characters, and he invites them to become his crew. So he finds Zoro, a swordsman. He finds Nami, a navigator. Usopp, a sniper, kind of sniper, coward, and
And
Sanji, a
even
cook.
Kobe and Sanji, and then even Kobe, right?
Well, yeah, he
Even
meets
though
Kobe, but
Starts
yeah, it
with Kobe.
doesn't make his crew. So basically, yeah, this is just them on their journey, fighting bad guys, and Luffy showing the world that just because he's a pirate doesn't mean he's a bad guy. He's a different kind of
Yeah,
pirate, as he said.
his version of piracy is freedom, right? Not
It's
strategic.
piracy theft.
the
A
ideal
strategic
one.
piracy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
He's the
freedom
stretchy
and
kind.
adventure and freedom, and
Yeah.
uh, and he's big on dreams and he's very optimistic and he wants his crew to be able to reach their dreams as
Reach their
well.
dreams.
So that's the really amazing part. And yeah, over there, throughout the 8 episodes, we get a lot of action. We really well done action. We
Hmm.
get a lot of heart, a lot of funny moments, and yeah. I mean, do we go detailed episodes? No, I think it's
No,
pretty.
No,
no.
it's, I mean, generally, let's just go through our your favorite stuff that stood out to you. Go with you, Arnie, because like you've never read the
Or
manga,
watch.
watched the anime, but you
Yeah.
powered through the first season
Yeah.
fairly quickly. So
Yeah.
tell us about your journey
Yeah.
through
What is
the
your as a
Well, okay.
new fan?
Even without seeing the manga or the comics or the anime, I knew that Nami's scene with Luffy, the help me scene, was a big one. And boy, oh boy, did Emily Rudd nail that scene.
Yeah.
Amazing. And of course, the first time I saw Nami, I was like, she cute.
Oh, she's really
Yeah,
cute. I crush
yeah,
on her.
yeah. So even the so-called betrayal that she did, but and of course, Luffy was like, of course I'll
No, I
help you.
mean, if I think
Yeah,
about it, technically there was no betrayal because she never said she was part of the crew until the
yeah.
end part, you
exactly,
know? So it's like
exactly.
you assume that she's in the crew, and that's not her fault.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, like, the way the cinematography, it's very anime esque, or you could see that this was lifted from the manga, from the anime. Even like after that scene, like the of course I will, and then they zoom out and they see Zoro and Sanji.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah, and
basically,
a lot of the shots were one for one,
yeah.
which is good because again, a big part of this success of this season is like Ichiro Oda, the actual creator of the manga, was heavily involved
Hmm.
in this. And
Yeah.
he was like adamant on some things and he was flexible on the other things, so that which means that his vision, which is pretty much successful because 25 years later we're still reading the fucking manga,
Yeah.
works. So yeah, they wanted to be very respectful of the manga, while understanding that it's Netflix. Even if they say they want 12 seasons, which,
Six, I
come,
think.
I
I
don't
think
think
six. They said six.
they,
I saw
they
something
there was
six.
like they wanted 12, but they're targeting for 6, which I think is a solid number. I think that's a very good number.
It's just
6 seasons in a movie.
exactly what I told Lucas because Lucas was like, "How are they gonna do the anime, right? Because it's he knows it's 1,000 episodes." I said, "Bro, we got one season, and I'm fucking happy. If that's all I'm gonna get, I'm fucking happy. I mean, if you
Yeah,
want the long
this
one,
Yeah.
one
watch the
season
anime.
is,
You know, I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
if you want
Yeah.
everything, watch the anime. This one is just it's like bonus, you know, like if it's well done and amazing and I'm happy and it's extra layer on my cake, but
Yeah.
there's no realistic way they can go for 1,000 episodes. There's nothing
Yeah.
that goes 1,000 unless it's animated, you know,
Yeah.
and it's like
But also,
Six.
it's like this one season is around what, 80, 90 episodes. It's like 4 arcs.
Yeah.
But when people were, I remember distinctly seeing, it's like, why adapt One Piece? Because it's destined to fail. Because one, nobody, like they were saying, like nobody will be satisfied because they're never gonna hit all the arcs. They're never gonna hit all the episodes. But if you think about it, Netflix wanted One Piece because, again, if you just pique their interest, just don't suck. Don't be Death Note. Don't be Dragon Ball Z live action.
God.
Right? Be
Yeah.
Bleach, because Bleach was pretty
I
decent,
think
right?
I like
Mm.
Bridge, but it
Yeah.
just wasn't that decent.
The One Piece episodes, anime and movies are on Netflix.
Hmm.
So you watch
Series, just
You
one.
fucking.
watch 1,000
Now you
episodes
have
of
1,000
anime.
episodes. Now you're gonna keep your Netflix subscription for years, just because, like, oh, halfway decent. Let's see what we missed, or let's see what
How
if
it's
this
Yeah.
if
the
we're not people are
original.
satisfied, so it's
Yeah.
good that for me. I didn't realize that the
It's a strategy.
yeah, I thought
Yeah.
that they should have done like something more simple, like Hunter x Hunter or Yu Yu Hakusho is still in production, but
Mm,
that's pretty much like it's just tournament, tournament, tournament. So okay, cool,
yeah.
right? So you could condense that a little bit easier. But One
Yeah.
Piece has so many like twists and turns. But I realized like, all right, chop everything up, condense everything. Yeah, they're not. They're cutting characters. They're cutting a lot of stuff. So
Well,
Yeah.
I'm like
I wouldn't. I was
impressed.
talking to Danny. I was like, even I would go like, yeah, let's go 5, 6 seasons,
Hmm. And a
and then
movie.
for the seventh season, do a fucking time jump to the last arc and just finish it up. And then that's gonna even be more strategy because what happened in the middle? Watch the anime. It's
Hmm.
all in the anime. So like,
Yeah.
Watch the anime.
it's like
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that. Like, just fucking time jump, fucking.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's I mean, even
Yeah.
this is I was talking to Danny also because Danny's one of the very critical also. We started off not disliking the fisheye shots, the very close up
Mm.
Hmm.
angles.
I get like it.
He
It's very
still doesn't
anime.
like it, but for me, it's like I realized that the world is odd. It's weird.
Yeah.
This world is with the devil fruit powers. They're so fucking weird. It's not the typical, fireballs or laser eyes or something.
Mm.
The powers are weird. Everything
Yeah.
the
I
world
mean,
is
the
really
clown,
weird. Yeah,
the
so
chop chop clown. Like,
the
what the hell?
fisheye adds the angle adds to that. It's like it just
Yeah.
makes you. It's like always telling this isn't your normal world. This isn't your normal shit. Even the casting, like Quina and Kaya, they're not the typical pretty
Pretty.
pretty. They're like
Mm.
no. I'm not saying they're ugly, but it's just they're perfect for the world. They're like odd in a
Yeah,
sense and
Mm.
the thing for
interesting.
me, I understand that this is an anime, and again, and I know these characters too. So I I was wary about how are they going to deal with the weirdness of like Arlong the shark person, people
Hmm.
that are like an admiral with a fucking uh
Dog,
Dog
teddy
hat.
dog
bear
hat,
hat, like,
teddy bear.
so there's like it takes you away a little bit because the benefit of this, or the one thing that they did really really well here, is casting. They basically casted every single person as a thirst trap. Like everybody's lusting after Zoro, Sanji, Nami, of course. Even fucking Usopp, they made them dance sexily so that people would attract them. So they're super normal, super hot. And then
Mm.
when you drop them
Everybody.
into different villages with like, oh, they have blue hair, and then one is this, they have like, oh, okay.
Dude,
So it jars you back to like, no, this is fantasy, this is
even
reality,
the
and then it's okay.
butler was like, "Oh, I know he's evil, but
Like
everybody's a
everybody's
thirst
like,
trap."
yeah, like the Arlong pirates with the little fucking the first mate with the weird hair. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
giant dude with fucking dinky ass pigtails, but like
Yeah.
on manga it doesn't matter. On paper
Yeah.
it's fine character design, but in real life, it's like, oh, it's a little weird, but it's fun. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for me, because I did hear about like there was some backlash with the casting of Sanji, but the
At the
actor,
start. At the start.
yeah, but he
Not
learned
during the
how to
show.
cook.
He
Yeah,
learned
but
how
he
to.
learned how to cook, kickboxing, and dude, he played it really well, dude. And
Oh,
even the kid, even the kid version did a really good job too. And then, yeah, I mean, for me, I was worried about the jankiness, like, yeah, all the anime tropes, like the stretchy one. That they did a really good job at it. It didn't look cheap. I mean, so take note, MCU. Don't make it cheap. But yeah, it's just for
it
me.
helps that his attacks are fast. So you don't have to
Oh yeah,
stare at the
yeah. And the thing
long
is,
arm for slow mo.
yeah, and the thing is the way it's shot, like what Jong said, it's part of the whole fantasy weird world. So yeah, I do accept not seeing high definition gun
Mhm.
gum pistol gum gum whatever. but yeah, I bought it. It's almost like a cartoon. It's only when they try so hard to make it look good that it looks bad, right?
No, this
So
this just goes back to like even games, diba?
yeah,
It's not visual fidelity, it's art style. If you get the art,
art
like
style.
fucking Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, if you analyze breakdown that those shots, those are not even
Yeah,
PS4, PS3 quality, but
Mhm.
because
yeah,
the art style looks great, then it'll pass. So
exactly. Yeah, and like yeah, in the thirst trap, the people are like thirsting on Mihawk and
Oh yeah, Mihawk, red hair pirate dude, right?
oh yes,
he was a big surprise for me because he didn't look good in the trailer. Like he
mhm.
didn't look. I always look at Shank as like either very the fatherly
Is it
gentle
Shanks?
figure, yeah, Shanks,
Shanks, yeah,
or badass, and I didn't get
yeah,
either from the trailer, but
yeah,
because he looked weird, but when he's in action in the series, he's actually pretty cool, and he was able to get
yeah.
that.
And even Garp. I mean, I saw
Even
like
people
someone.
are lusting over Grandpa, Hub
Wow,
Grandpa.
he's
Half of the people are angry. That it's like, why fucking Garp too like why does he have so many lines? He doesn't it's not important into like seventh or tenth fucking arc, but
yeah,
yeah, those are one of the few changes that they wanted to do. It's like,
yeah. And
show
the actor is really good. He was one of the Myrmidons, and he was in 300. They're like, dude,
Yeah,
really?
yeah, yeah. It was buff there.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I love how all the memes about Kobe, because like when the people that haven't read the manga, it's like right
You
now
rem-
they're already they're already like thirsting for Kobe, but when you see Kobe post time skip and he's
oh,
already like hot with Bellamy, what
Helmepo.
his partner, they both
Helmepo.
have a glow up in the anime
Yeah.
in
oh
the
yeah,
manga.
okay.
It's like, oh my god, wait,
So
Kobe's gonna get a glow, even more of a glow up.
the
Let's
son
go.
of Axe Hand is the partner, right? That's the
Yeah, his
Yeah.
friend,
okay.
yeah. Helmepo.
Yeah,
His name
yeah.
is
So yeah, so
Helmepo, yeah. So, yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I watched most of the there are like four or five good reacts that watch One Piece, and most of them are blind. They don't know anything about One Piece. So I
yeah.
just wanted to see what the newbies' reaction to it, and yeah, they those are the funny ones where people think, oh, Kobe's gonna be part of the crew. It's gonna
Oh
happen, and it doesn't,
yeah.
or other stuff like that.
For me,
But
it's good that Kobe didn't join it because yeah, I want to be a Marine, right?
yeah,
So
this is dream.
obviously, the typical writing will be like, oh, then you're going to be my enemy. Like,
No,
but
no,
No,
Kobe is like,
yeah.
yeah,
no,
So you were
yeah.
no,
great. I was
that's
like,
your dream, fine. And if you catch me, you catch me. But for now, today we're friends.
I
So that's
got
like,
yeah. I
wow,
just
that's really good.
so
Yeah,
yeah. I think they really got lucky with Iñaki, and they were able
yeah,
to pair the lines of they got his optimism and his
yeah,
his encouragement for the dream. So
yeah,
it really works, and
yeah,
that's why I think this works, because they were able to distill what I think it's like 44 episodes, right? In 8 episodes,
yeah,
the anime,
yeah,
and they were
yeah,
able to distill it, which kind of sucks. I mean, anything that's anime going to live action, you have to distill some, remove a lot of stuff. But they
yeah,
were able to keep the heart. So that's what I
yeah,
was watching with the reacts. If the heart, because for us, for me and Jong, even if they distill it, all of the emotions of what we read in the manga and anime, it's gonna be with us when we watch something,
already,
one of
yeah.
the scenes,
yeah,
diba? Like the Nami scene
yeah.
or the Sanji scene. So there's nothing we can do with that. But me watching
The
the
Zoro
new,
scene, the one when he was just finished with Miyako. That's one of my, like, when I started watching One Piece, and then I remember that crew. It's like, you're so, why are you so fast in getting attached to Luffy but never being beat again after you
Mm.
just got wrecked by like a little teeny tiny sword,
Yeah,
right? Like, so just to show you how awesome Mihawk is. And then I realized, like, fuck, no, that's the beginning of the friendship. That's his first mate,
hmm.
and that's the start of the journey. It's like shit. And when I saw it on Netflix, like, yo, they got the tiny sword back. It's like,
I know I
cool. I
was
Hmm.
forgot
worried if they
about
were
that.
gonna do that. Like one of the most badass lines is, "I don't hunt rabbits with a cannon." Like fucking shit. And then they didn't add the line, but there's another line Arnie where say, "This is East Blue. This is the weakest of the four seas." So
Mm,
I don't have anything smaller than this. That's and then that's what he added. Like, this is the smallest thing I have. So the only if I only have two nitpicks. One, young Luffy doesn't have an accent, so it's kind of weird because
no, the
Inyaki
flashback
has an
Luffy.
accent, heavy accent, and the young kid
Oh,
doesn't
I
have
didn't
an
even
accent.
get that.
Second, I love everything. I love the whole Mihawk fight. I just wish they added the last part where uh, Zoro said, I'll never lose again." Ano? Until we get the one or was it until I beat him I will never lose again. And then he screams in
Mm.
the anime. Is that or something like are you fine with that? Pirate King of the Kaizo. But it's like something. Are you okay with that? Pirate King. So it's like I love it.
Well, I think
Yeah.
they wanted to reserve the belief of people of Luffy becoming the Pirate King a little bit later. Because
I
yeah, in the
know.
manga, it's okay to be like fantastical. Here, it's like everybody's like, sure, sure, you're
That's
gonna be
true.
Sure,
pirate, sure,
And I just
sure,
sure,
wanted
Naruto.
to Arnie
whatever you say.
another one of my favorite scenes, which is uh and I didn't expect it to be here, so I understand why it didn't make it because it's there's no time. But one of my favorite Zoro scenes is in the Arlong fight. Because something happens in the Arlong arc where Luffy gets stuck underwater.
Mm,
So it's like he being an idiot, he jams his foot on the ground. Like literally he stabilizes himself by putting his
mm,
feet to the cement, both feet, so he can do some action. But it didn't work. And then Arlong gets the whole slab and then throws it in the
mm,
water.
mm.
So he gets stuck underneath the water for a while,
Yeah.
almost dying. So like Zoro and Sanji were left to fight, and Zoro had to fight Arlong. And in
Mm,
that scene, Arlong beats Zoro because he is hurt pa. So
mm,
Arlong gets Zoro like up, and then he says, "Why is there bandage on your shirt?" And then he removes it, and then it's like this Arlong's first moment of fear. He's like, he's been this awesome, and he's half dead, like because there's like a big cut. And he's like, shit, I gotta kill him now because if I don't kill him now, he's gonna be a fucking monster. Whatever. So that was
yeah,
like one of my favorite Zoro moments. Like, fuck.
that's good. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it does strike a lot of Naruto. Like I'm gonna be the Hokage and that stuff. But yeah, it's I liked.
Yeah, the
I
one
mean,
thing
I've been curious.
I like more of how Luffy is more optimistic, and
Yeah,
he really affects. His optimism affects more people. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But that's the thing too. It's like the difference between this type of shonen and other shonen, and this has been discussed forever. The reason why One Piece has staying power is Luffy's leadership is unleadership. It's like I want to be Pirate King. How about you? What do you want to be? Oh, you want
mm.
to go to the
Greatest
what do you call
swordsman. Yeah, do it.
you want to be the greatest sword? Cool. Do you want to travel the entire world? Cool. Do you want to go to the what's that? What's the sea
All blue,
for Sanji?
all blue,
Marines.
the all
So
blue.
you want to
The
go to the All
the
Blue?
all blue.
Let's go get all of your dreams. So that's his thing, which
No,
is weird. It's like
and the
like even
best
and the
and
good thing about this
go.
series that it touches upon is look what happened to Kobe, his first friend, right? He was like, I want to be a Marine. So if I'm going to be a Marine, I can't be in your pirate crew. It's like, all
Mm,
right, cool. So in the end, it's just like he's the people that stays in his crew wants to stay in his crew because in the end, they all just have aligning goals. They'll just
mm,
like helping each other out or just going to the same direction because it's you know it happens in it's not prevalent here because we have one season, but in the manga he's like he's seen a lot of other cool people. It's like,
mm.
oh, you're cool, be in my crew. The guy with the rope thing, I remember because I'm watching Ines Lobby arc. There was a guy with the rope that's part of Baroque
Oh,
Works,
I thought he was gonna go. I thought he was
right?
gonna be the
But he
member.
didn't. Oh,
It was
sorry,
Frankie.
spoiler alert. But he got somebody
No,
even fucking better,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So and even with Jinbei,
Christmas.
and even if they want to join him, they might not join right away. Might take like 5 more arcs before they join. But that's the good thing about this one is like it's different because like it's nice to hear somebody to say like, "What's your dream?
Hmm.
Let's do it." Like it's
Yeah.
always like it's everything that we see, Bleach, Naruto, even Hunter x Hunter, all of these like very basic shonen, Jujutsu Kaisen. It's like I'm gonna be the best. I'm gonna be the best. You all help me become the best. Let me
This
Pokemon.
proofread.
is yeah, and to add to that, that's what I call the Dragon Ball syndrome, where like
Power
Bleach,
creep. Yeah.
Naruto, the power creep, other characters become insignificant. That's the
Yeah.
That's like what Jong said. Luffy says, "What's your dream?" But it's not only that. Every arc, everybody has their role. Because Luffy, yes, Luffy's the most powerful. That he's the main guy. That's
It's one
obvious.
dream.
But
Yeah.
that's the only thing he can do for his crew is to beat the boss. After that, he's fucking useless. He can't navigate. He
That's
can't.
right.
He can't
Right.
go anywhere. He can't cook. He can't. He
You
needs
can swim.
everybody else. He can't. Yeah, he's not a doctor. He can't swim. He can't snipe. That's why everybody matters. Down to Usopp,
Yeah.
to Chopper. Like Nami. Nami is power wise the weakest. She's
Mm.
ninth or tenth in the power rankings. But as
Yeah.
out of fighting, she's probably number one because she's the captain. She has the money. She tells everybody how to do things, where to go.
It's
So
the mom.
it's just so funny. It's like it just flips. Usopp is like he's like a little carpenter and stuff like that. And just watching the power. Me and Lucas watching like the power
Usopp is
explanations.
still one
It's
of my most confusing because like sniper, you don't need sniper, and for a long time he was going Mary's
chip. Yeah, the
Yeah.
ship, and then
mechanic.
like he also like it's just the assistant to everything.
Yeah, yeah, I know. He's like the
A
assistant to
handy a
everything.
utility man.
But the main utility guy is Frankie because he can fight. He's the main fixer of the ship, and then Frankie's the one that can cover everybody, and then Usopp is the one that
Mm.
can kind of cover everybody a little bit. Chopper's the doctor. Sanji is the wild card. He's the one that usually he's like this anime where there's like a group of the gang, the mob thing, where he has
Mm.
guardians, and then there's one that symbol is a cloud because he doesn't really work with the group. He just helps by being on his own. Sanji's the one that's always like that, diba? Remember from
Yeah.
the Little Jungle arc, he was the one separate in the Ennis Lobby arc. He everybody was like worried about Robin and stuff, and then Sanji was like, bingo when he found Robin going to the train with the CP9, and then he was there before everybody. So it's like he's their wild card, and then Zoro is Luffy's
First
is
mate, right hand
how do
man,
you call it?
bodyguard.
No, Zoro is like his unmovable foundation. So like whenever Luffy gets rarely, but Luffy does get sometimes when he wavers in his conviction, Zoro is his
Mm.
unshakable background. So like awesome. So it's just that's why it's staying power because like the real world, everybody has something to offer. It's not like
Mm.
Bleach where by the second, third arc we don't even know where Chad is. Because
Or the
he's so
Everybody's like, oh,
insignificant.
next level up, and then you find a tougher enemy, and then you level up. No,
yeah, and then kill in like in Dragon Ball. Oh yeah, you're Goku's best friend. That's it. That's why
I
you're
can't
still
I
fight
alive.
wife,
can't even
so
fight now.
whatever.
Like,
You might
but
suck, but we'll give you a wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, so I just love this show, and the live action is. I think yeah, they got the heart. They were able
Mm-hmm.
to condense, keep the things that needed to in the story. Sets were
Mm-hmm.
creative enough, well done, and they nailed the cast. And the cast likes each other. That's
The
why
cast.
it
Yeah.
works. I'm following everybody on Instagram, and they're all friends and they're having fun. I think they were just in Japan and having a great time.
That's the important thing about to carry out with this Netflix series is like it is we no but we don't understand it, but this was immensely masterful.
Mhm.
Like releasing the first season of the live action when Gear 5 Luffy came out in Japan. So different levels of hype in every single
Yeah.
level. So there's the manga is like what 190. The anime is 171,
Seven, right?
right? So and then we're here now. So all of those levels culminating in its summer. It's right after or during San Diego Comic Con with no other movies.
Mhm.
So everything like dude and all the marketing of Netflix, which is just essentially showing these all of these hotties doing random stuff together as a unit, and all of them like crying because they're watching their scenes on on this
Yeah.
the snippets of their
Yeah.
scenes.
Yeah.
All of that builds up to this ecosystem where this summer fucking One Piece won in on every level: manga, anime, live action, internet, social media,
Mhm.
everything is there. So that's kind of like you know, that's kind of like the great combination of everything.
It's so funny that Oda
Well,
doesn't like to be seen, no? But we have
実写ドラマ版
pictures of him
ワンピー
before
スシー
when
ズ
he
ン
was
1い
younger.
かがだったでしょうか
He just
well,
doesn't like to
that
be
still
seen.
creeps me out. That
当時
snail
同僚と一
with
緒に
teeth,
長い間
human
制
teeth.
作に
Like
取り
what
組ん
the
できました
fuck? But that's
配
anime.
信された作品
I
は
love it with the
東京
Mihawk
の
when he was talking to Mihawk and Mihawk killed
原作陣
someone
の
and
フォ
they
ローが
shouted
本
and
当に
then
良かったと
they
思うし
they didn't show the guy
見解
shouting,
が
they
あった
showed
と
the
思います
snail shouting like,
ワンピース
ah!
を長年
It
好
was
き
the
で見ている皆
snail.
さん今回初めてワンピー
Now
スを
here
楽
we
しんで
go
くれ
to
た
the
皆さん
crux
本当にありがとうござい
of
ます
season 2.
配信から2週間とても
Y-
いい知らせが
there's
届
so
き
How
ま
many.
した
are
Oh, so
this is
before we're
gonna
there, I've been
が
seeing a lot of
続
fan
編の
casting
制作を
about
決定しました
of Robin,
記念
and
した
one of my
実
favorite
写
is
版麦わら
Kristen
の君の
Kruk,
冒険はまだまだ続きます
Oh, but she's too
Chris
old.
Madeline
本が
from
出来上がる
Smallville.
まで
Yeah, it's too
まだまだ
old
時間
though.
がかかりますので
So well,
気長
I
に
think
お待ち
Robin
ください
was
Robin is the oldest, but
27
I
when they
think
met.
the only reason
ここか
why
ら
she
先
might
は
not get it
麦
because
わら
Oh,
の
we
君
need a
に
great
優
doctor.
秀な繊維が必要になってくる気がします
what do you call this?
ご期待ください
Robin is 6'1" in Russian.
Yeah, and she's not Kristen Crook old. She's like 27. This is the problem. How are we gonna do live action Chopper?
It's
Ah.
oh my god, they're gonna drain so much CG budget
Is it CG?
because I told you
I don't think they can
we
do.
saw when we saw the bird, the very first scene in One
Uh-huh.
Piece, the bird looked great.
It was, yeah,
That was a CG bird.
yeah, but it's not gonna
But
be
I
talking and
think
fighting.
I think they will hire a kid. It has to be like a small character, because I don't know what this character is. But from the drawing, I'm saying it's a small character.
The reindeer that ate a human fruit.
Yes, it's a reindeer that ate a reindeer fruit. This is Chopper. There.
Oh
That's
boy.
it. So how are you gonna do that?
And Chopper is very animated. That's the thing.
And yes,
So either they'll hire a kid or
I think
maybe
it's gonna be a combination of animatronics and CG.
like a Grogu.
Oh man, I am so worried because I want them to nail Chopper, but I don't want them to blow all of their budget.
I know. And the problem is Arnie. That's not only when he fights. When he fights, he goes like that. That's
But he becomes bigger.
and they go. He
He has
transforms.
like
So then
Oh
he goes
yeah.
that, and then he has heavy point, and then he has the monster point, and then the reindeer.
kaiju.
Yeah.
The
It's
fluff
gonna be
ball.
CG. Like,
They'll have to do a CG, but
I mean, there was
hopefully.
one guy on Twitter did it like the Detective Pikachu one, but
Oh yeah.
that is movie money.
the movie.
That's
Yeah.
film budget. That's my worry.
Well, okay. If RRR could produce fantastical CGI in less money than it took what, Interstellar or whatever
They
they spent
they
money
better
on.
get some Korean people here because
Yeah,
the Korean special effects team is one of the best outside of Hollywood.
yeah,
Maybe even better with the budget that
yeah.
they're working.
So I mean, yeah. So they will have to not cheapen it, but also outsource it in a very, very
I don't know
respectful
how
way, I guess.
It's gonna. Oh, I'm excited, but the good thing about it's like, I mean, when you look at the sets and the ship and stuff, it's not super polished, right? It really looks
Mhm.
like a amusement park, which is good.
Uh-huh.
People are already used to the One Piece world looking a little bit jank. So
Yeah,
And
so
dude, you just imagine
Nico Robin was 28 when she joined.
if they make a One Piece Galaxy's Edge
She
Cadillac
better
Mario.
wear that fucking thing
Oh
when we see
shit.
her. She better wear that thing.
I'm excited. Well, again, Robin is my favorite character. Her arc with with
Oh, yeah.
um what's her island? Fuck, I forgot her island.
Yeah,
Um,
I forgot the name, but
yeah, but it's fucking great. And then of course the Ines. That's why when I started my rewatch, I started with Ines Lobby because that's my favorite. It's like,
yeah. That.
shit. It's like still
So
crying.
there we go. That's
Um,
One Piece.
that's One Piece. Let's do a final round of final thoughts. So start with you, Arnie.
I mean, I'm in. I mean, well, I've been always been curious with One Piece. I mean, like I said, it's been going on for the past 20 plus years. So I'm always been in, and typically live action never hits all the notes, and I think this one hit all the notes and then some. So yeah, I heard season two's already been written. It's been renewed. They want to have 6 seasons, so we just need the strike to be done. So pay the actors, pay the writers, so that
12
we
to
could,
18 months after the strike.
yeah, so that we could get One Piece because
Hello? Hello?
he's frozen.
Yeah, hello.
There
Oh,
we
Sorry.
there you
go.
go,
We're
there you
good.
go.
Yeah,
We're back. We're back.
my net was off. Okay.
Yeah.
How about I'll you close it out, Chubax. But for me, this is like
What
a
was Arnie's rating? Out 10? Oh,
10.
yeah.
For me, and we'll end with you, Chubax. Like I am a very, very high nine. It because I had low expectations, it exceeded a lot of expectations. And again, you can nitpick this series. This series is not for everyone. Doesn't look the prettiest. The acting is not the best. But everything else,
Hmm.
it's fun. It's a simple story. It's fun. It's decently portrayed. Effects are good enough. Acting is good enough. And this is a solid what 10 episodes, right? Oh, not
Eight.
8.
8. Yeah, it's a solid 8 episodes of television that told a very clean story, and it can be for kids, can be for adults. So this is a solid watch. Like I will, and it's rewatchability might not be the best, but the good thing about this is they build the building blocks of a possible long lasting series where once we go hit season 5 and season 6, I'm assuming that they're gonna skip a lot of things and forward a lot of and really condense the most. Every season will have that moment. Like season 1, it was like help me moment by Nami. Maybe season 2 will be something different. Season 3 will be Ines Lobby's
I'm
um
even hoping like they can release like in between seasons, like for the time skip, they can release like a shorts for each
yeah,
character
great
wherever they
idea.
were, right? It's like a
And
5 minute short.
they can make it anime panels, or actual anime, right?
Yeah.
They can make it like comic panels. They can make it, and so there's a lot of things that this series can do, which I'm very excited because we've been so used to all of these live action remakes bombing. And we never really had, like, even like I loved Cowboy Bebop, but it just didn't hit enough. Like they made a few decisions that made it a little bit difficult for it to have long lasting legs. Apart from John Cho almost losing his leg, in an accident filming that too. So, this one, like, their casting was great. The way that they rolled it out was great. The environment where they rolled it out is great. So they have a lot of they have a lot of tailwind now, that they have, like, they have a lot of support. So I'm a solid 9. Chubax?
Uh, yeah, I just go a high 9, like you, same high 9. Only thing that's stopping it, I guess, from a 10 is because of the manga, the original, the manga and the anime, the original source. So, I mean, if I'm watching something and I got teary eyed again with Sanji and Zeph, that's a powerful series, for the live action. Because I already cried that in the anime. So knowing that and still watching it and still feeling the same emotions, and yeah, it's a high 9. Can't wait for season 2. Even if there is, it wasn't. I was already excited, accepting it, but not we're getting it. Can't wait.
Yep.
All that. Anything else?
Well, just saw on a bit side note, I just saw a quick fan cast. How do you think about Yennefer as Robin?
Yennefer.
She's not
Anya.
Russian.
Yeah, there you go.
We need
But
a
Oh,
dark haired Russian lady that is 6'1".
6-0. So it can't be Shin Hati, Ren.
That's the other thing too. It's like
well, the
I
hair doesn't matter. The hair can be changed.
I
Yeah.
love the trolls that are trying to say, like, oh, live action anime with only one Asian guy in the cast. Like, dum dum, read the damn comics.
I know that this is Oda's we're
Hey, this is
this is what
exactly
yeah.
how Oda casted it. Country, look, everything was like, they were very respectful for that. So everybody was trying to say, like, oh, XYZ, you just didn't, you're not a real fan, or it's not even like you don't need to be a real fan, but the idea of it is like, this is the creator's vision that is being portrayed. So I'm
Yeah,
excited.
even like people like, oh, they showed Baroque works too early. But
Yeah,
if you read the manga properly, Zoro said that he met someone before they met Luffy, inviting him to Baroque works. So they just didn't show it in the manga, but they mentioned it in the
yeah.
manga.
They mentioned it in the manga, and then although the manga had a different number 7,
Yeah.
right?
It's just,
Because he killed the old number 7.
Yeah.
that is true.
He chopped it and put it in a fucking bag and went to a bar
Oh, did you see
and ate
the rumor
it up
about crocodile?
random. Hmm?
Did you see the rumor about crocodile?
The gender bent crocodile. Okay.
No, it wasn't gender bent because there's a theory in the manga that crocodile was a woman and that Ivanka changed her to a man.
Oh,
Because when they met I think in the was it Impel Down? I'm not sure. Ivanka said, "I know your secret," and then crocodile was like, "Shh," or something like, "Don't say it," or like,
Yeah.
he didn't want to cross Ivanka. So it would make sense that the crocodile in the early 20 years ago was female before he
Wow.
gets changed. So, but yeah, anyway, so small
Anyways,
tidbits.
yeah. All
And
right,
right.
bros.
Well, that's
okay,
it for our episode. We will see you with other our series, which is including Ahsoka. Don't forget to watch us on youtube.com/plus63hp. We're on all socials at +63hp. And if you don't want to watch us, we are on all of your favorite podcasting apps. Just search +63hp. On behalf of Chubax and Arnie, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
bye.
Bye.